we're making chili and we have to do it very quickly because I have a singing lesson in 1 hour. Luckily, chili is like very easy to make. Let's look at the recipe. I really like using the Taste of Home chili recipe. There's so many different kinds of chili recipes, babe. I just want a very simple one, quick and easy chili. I think this is the one I'm doing. Okay, I think that I actually have like a method to cut onions. I like cut it like this, and then I go the other way like that. This, I'm not doing it correctly, but this like helps things along, I think. Then we're gonna go like this. See that? Hey, not bad, Gabs. And then we just like sadly have to cut the rest. I'm shocked that my eyes are still surviving. Normally this does not happen. Oh no, my eyes, it's beginning. No. This is not an efficient system. Okay, green pepper. We chopping her. We are chopping her. Now I'm pretty sure we just cook the meat. So we're gonna cook this and we're gonna throw in the spices. There we go. 1 can of kidney beans, undrained. 1 can of Mexican style stewed tomatoes. What the heck is wrong with this can opener? Ooh, look at those stewed tomatoes. OMG, wait, I almost forgot about the frozen corn. 3 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. This is all the cumin we have left, so we're just gonna throw that in there. We are actually going to add some shredded cheddar to the, no! Oh my God. This is the chili. We are done, and come back to see me eat it. Hey guys, I have some chili and cornbread, one of my most favorite meals in the entire world. I made it and I figured it would be fun to eat for YouTube. Oh, hot. Mmm. With sour cream, of course. Mmm. This cornbread is good. It's from Safeway. Who knew? Mmm. Let me ask you guys this. Is chili a soup? Honestly, I feel like anything you need to use with a spoon is soup. I don't think that criteria makes sense. So last week I went to a wedding in France. It was actually the most beautiful and most fun wedding I've ever been to in my life. It was just perfect. Tara looked beautiful, the bride. Charles, they're just so cute together. It was just such a beautiful wedding. And I loved meeting Tara as my friend's family. That was like one of my favorite parts. And at the end, we all jumped into, they had this like heated pool, and we jumped into the heated pool, and oh my God, it was so much fun. And then we went into the hot tub. We fully had our dresses on. We had a lot of fun. Will and I went to Paris to take our flights out of Paris. Will went back to America. I went to Madrid to visit Alex. Alex and I had such a good time. I honestly just really enjoyed living basically Alex's life in Madrid. I liked seeing his life there. I met his friends, like they're so nice. And it was Alex's birthday my last day. Well, the day I left, it was his birthday. So the night before, his friends invited us over for dinner. And they cooked us this amazing food. And then they did a little surprise cake for Alex and gave him a poetry book. It warmed my heart. I'm happy that Alex has friends there. He like made good friends in such a short amount of time because he just moved there in September. And his roommates are so nice. They literally only pay $1,000 like all together. So they each pay like $300 for their apartment, and it's a nice apartment. And I'm like, bitch, I gotta move to Spain. Even just like money in general. Everything was so much cheaper there. Paris and France, not so much. I wasn't really paying attention. But in Spain I was, because I was like, oh my god, this stuff is so cheap. Just like affordable. I took Spanish in like grade school, and then I stopped once I got to, I stopped after high school, I think. I stopped taking Spanish after high school, and I just should not have done that, because I retained a lot of information from grade school. If I took it in college, I think I could have been actually like pretty good at Spanish. So Alex booked us an Airbnb for the weekend in the mountains. It's this place called Cercedilla. So beautiful. We went on this like gorgeous hike. It was really funny. We saw all these mushrooms and just wild food. And we saw this girl literally foraging, and we wanted to like follow her and see what she picked, because we want to do the same thing. I think she picked up that we were following her because she started like running from us. So Alex and I ended up picking no mushrooms. But Alex did find a mulberry bush, and he was like, oh, these are safe to eat. Honestly, I was like, sure. I was trying to convince him to eat the mushrooms because I was like, maybe they're magic. And he's like, Gabby, no. We ended up asking one of the locals though. The mushrooms that are safe to eat have the thick stem. If it's the thin stem, don't eat them. One time I went foraging for lilacs, and I literally got the wrong flower. And then I learned that that flower is often mistaken for lilacs, but I'm like, what if it was a poisonous flower? Also, why did I decide to go foraging in Washington, D.C.? That is not the place to go foraging. The hike was really fun. It was freezing cold. I was telling Alex, I'm like, my body gets really hot really easily. Like, I'll be fine just wearing a sports bra and leggings. And Alex is, and a little bomber. And Alex is like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And I was completely fine on the hike. And then when we finished the hike, we ran into this random man. He spoke to us outside in the same spot for like an hour, and he was just rambling in Spanish. Like, Alex wasn't responding, and I was like, can Alex even understand what this guy's saying? And Alex is like, no, I could understand what he was saying. He just like, there was no room to talk. Like, he literally was like rapid fire. He just kept talking about like one thing and then another thing and then another thing. And he kept unzipping my jacket being like, you look cold, like in Spanish. I think at one point I said like, Jill muerto, like I tried to say like I'm dead because like I was so cold, and he was like, you must be cold, and then he would like zip up my jacket again, and I'm like, babe, stop unzipping my jacket then. And then he handed us this huge packet of his writings, and Alex and I are like, okay, this guy is like a little crazy. He handed us his whole manifesto. I asked Alex what he was talking about for that long, and Alex was telling me all that he was talking about, and man, this man has a lot of thoughts. Like, in his manifesto, he talks about like, it's all in Spanish, and I forgot it at Alex's, but I'm so mad. Maybe I'll have Alex send me a photo of it. In his manifesto, he was talking about like how he was in a mental institution and he like escaped. Honestly, like, he doesn't seem like he needed it. He seems like a very like self-sufficient guy. Maybe a little lonely. So yeah, that was fun. And then Alex and I were so cold. We got back to like our little cabin. It was a cute little like cabin, like cottage hotel. It was very woodsy. It was so adorable. They had so many animals. They had these two huge Saint Bernard dogs, and I've actually never seen a Saint Bernard in person before, so I was really excited about that. They're so big. But once I pet them, I was like, they smelled so bad. Normally I love getting all in dogs' faces being like, nah, sweet baby, but babe, these dogs need a bath between you and me. My hands smelled rancid after petting them. By the way, me and Alex are not together. He's gay and I'm basically gay. So like, we're just best friends. We encountered this a lot on our trip. Like we went to this comedy show, his friend's comedy show, and they were like, you guys must be a couple. And Alex was like, I'm gay. And I was like, same. And then they're like, you're a couple, aren't you? And we're like, no, like, we actually discussed like getting married before, having a big open marriage. Like it would be so much fun. We would like hang out, bring whoever we want home. We got back and cuddled in bed. We almost took a nap because we were so exhausted, but I was like, oh, we should probably eat something because I was really hungry. So we left to go eat something at 9:30. These people in Sarasota do not eat dinner until like midnight. I kid you not. The kids too. These families will bring their kids at like 11 p.m. at night to eat. We get to all these places and nobody's eating. Like they're drinking like coffee and we're like, we're ready to go to bed. Then we went back to bed in our little cottage and it was so sweet. It was a little warm, so we decided to open the window just a smidgen. By the way, Alex has never heard of the word smidgen and he's never heard of stan. After we met the manifesto man, I was like, oh my God, like I stan him so hard. And Alex is like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm sorry, how have you never heard that? Like, how have you never heard stan before? He's like, that's so stupid. I'm like, get with the times, Grandpa. So yeah, we opened the window a tiny bit and I got up to go to the bathroom and all of a sudden I just see a cat shoot through the window and I was like, ah! It was like, real. I love cats, but I was just so scared because it was staring at me like, and it just jumped through the window and it was just like, then it was really sweet because then it cuddled up with us and I wasn't afraid of it anymore. Honestly, if any animal jumped through that window, I would have screamed. Like, it was really scary. And I woke up from like kind of a nightmare. So it was just a lot. Like, and it's close to Halloween. It was a black cat. She was really sweet though. She wanted to leave in the morning. I was like, she also had like a weird meow. I was like, oh, like, let's hear her meow. She's like, ma, ma. I was like, babe, are you well? Oh no, I got some chili on this box. I always rest my food on it because it like elevates the food. It's literally from my first ever paid collab as a creator. This box. I just kept the box because I'm like, they could come in handy. And then there's this one as well. And I also use it as like a standing desk. Like I pile them up and then put my computer on it and it's a standing desk. Okay, I think I'm a little full. I'm gonna put the recipe to this chili in the description of this video because it was a really easy chili recipe, but it made such a good chili. Thank you guys so much for watching my chaotic recipe video and my mukbang, and I'll see you next time. Bye.